Okay. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I am Li Pang Wang in the Institute of Environmental Engineering and Management at National Taipei University of Technology. We say Taipei Tech. Okay. And today, as one of the lectures of the course, the International Zero Emission Policy Approaches and Global Case Studies. And today I would like to introduce the renewable energy law and the policy in Taiwan. And at first, I would like to make a brief, a short introduction of myself. And I got my PhD degree in the University of Tokyo in Japan in 2009. That has been over 10 years ago. Okay, and after that, I worked as a research fellow in the University of Tokyo, Japan, and for over 4 years. Okay, and after that, I go back to Taiwan and work in the National Taipei University of Technology, Taipei Tech, and as an associate professor. And this August, I promoted to associate professor. And my research field is the mineral processing, metallurgy, and recovery. And that is, I applied the separation and the purification methods used in mineral processing and metallurgy to recover the metal resources from, for example, the industrial waste or industrial wastewater and so on. And also right now, I'm also in charge of one IMAT course in Taipei Tech, and then the renewable energy and the environment. And so in today's lecture, I would like to talk about these contents, including the general information of Taiwan and the renewable energy in Taiwan, and the renewable energy policy in Taiwan, and the renewable law in Taiwan, and the renewable energy project recently implemented in Taiwan. And finally, is a review of today's lecture. Okay, so at first, okay, I know many people already know where is Taiwan or what is Taiwan. Okay, and Taiwan is an island country in East Asia. Okay, and here is Pacific Ocean. And here is mainland China, and here is the Philippines, and here is the Southeast Asia. And this is the national flag of Taiwan. Okay, and between the Taiwan and the mainland China, there's the Taiwan Strait. Okay. And the Taipei is now the capital of Taiwan, and the biggest metropolitan area. Okay, and in addition to Taipei, and also there are some big cities, for example, Taoyuan, Taichung, Tainan, and Kaohsiung, okay, and so on. And the area of Taiwan is about more than 36 million square kilometer. Okay, and over 23 billion people, more than 23 billion people live in Taiwan. And so the density, or the population density, or people density, is about 650 people per square kilometer. And among them, about 1/4 of the people live in the Taipei metropolitan area. Also, in the Taipei metropolitan area, the density will much higher, so more crowded. Okay. And now about GDP per capita nominal is about 24 million, more than 24,000 US dollars. And the annual average GDP growth is about 20 2.4 or 2.4 to 2.5 percentage. And the life in Taiwan is very convenient. And nowadays, we all in Taiwan already has a high-speed railways from Taipei to the southern part, Kaohsiung. And also, Taiwan also has traditional cultures and delicious food and tourism and shopping. Okay, especially for shopping, Taiwan has many convenience stores or supermarket. And it is said on the density of convenience store in Taiwan is the top one in the world. Okay? So the shopping, the life in Taiwan is very convenient. And also medicine. For example, Taiwan already have national health insurance systems. Okay, and national health insurance systems. Also, life in Taiwan is very convenient. Okay, so next I would like to talk about the renewable energy in Taiwan. Okay, so at first is the energy supply in Taiwan. And in 2018, the total energy supply in Taiwan is about over 149 million kiloliter oil equivalents, KLOE. And among them, more than 98% of is imported energy. And most of them is from the crude oil, petroleum, and coal, and liquid natural gas. Okay, and only less than 2% is the indigenous energy. So the energy security is a very important issue for Taiwan. Okay, and this graph shows the proportion of power generation structure and the renewable energy generation types in Taiwan in 2017. And most of the power or electricity is produced from coal-fired power plant or LNG-fired power plant and oil power plant. And so the electricity generated from fossil fuel is about 87%. Okay. And in addition, the electricity produced from renewable energy is only near 5%. Okay. And among the renewable energy, most of them is from the hydropower electricity. Okay. For 44%. Okay, and for solar PV or solar for photovoltaic or the wind power is both 14%. So this is now the power generation structure in Taiwan. Okay, and this table shows the renewable energy in Taiwan, and in 2018, the installed capacity of renewable energy is about 6,260 megawatt, and about 12%. And the electricity generation from renewable energy is about 12,000. It's more than 12,000 gigawatt hour, and about 4.7%. Okay, and you can see in the past 10 years, both the installed capacity and the electricity generation of renewable energy are both greatly growth. Okay, and this table shows the current and the goal installed capacity for the unit is megawatt. Okay, so in 2018, now it's about 6,261 megawatt. And in the future, in the 2020 or 2025, Taiwan intended, Taiwan's goal of the installed capacity of renewable energy is planned. Its goal is set to be more about 27,000 megawatt. This means 27 gigawatt. Okay. And among them, the fuel cell is viewed as a new energy rather than the renewable energy, but it's also counted in the renewable energy. Okay, and besides, the goal is not set for ocean energy. Here you can see there's no ocean energy here, but Taiwan also have some researches is being carried out for the development of renewable, the technology development of ocean technology. Okay, so next I would like to talk about the renewable energy policy in Taiwan. And the renewable policy in Taiwan is based on the guideline, called the Guideline on Energy Development. Guideline on Energy Development in Taiwan. And this guideline has been amended and promulgated in April 2017. And in this guideline, 4 major aspects for sustainable energy development is mentioned. It includes the energy security and the green economy and environmental sustainability and social equity. Okay, and the detailed strategies for each of the aspects are written here. Okay, you can read it by yourself. Okay. And about the history, of renewable energy policy, and initially at first in 2003, the government guaranteed the price of electricity generated from the renewable energy. Okay, and next in 2009, the Renewable Energy Development Act has been passed at the aim to increase the installed renewable energy capacity in Taiwan to 9.95 gigawatt by 2030. Okay. About the detail of this act, I will introduce afterward. Okay. And in this act, the feed-in tariff is regulated by this act, and then it is applied to solar, onshore wind, offshore wind, hydraulic, and geothermal, and biomass, and such like this renewable energy. And then in 2012, 2 projects called the Minion Rooftop Photovoltaic and the Solar Wind Turbines, 2 projects are initiated. And the detail of the 2 projects I will also introduce afterward. Okay, and then in 2015, a law regarding the Greenhouse Gas Reduction and Management Act was promulgated to provide a legal basis for taking actions against the climate change. And also in 2015, the current president, Tsai Ing-wen, is the woman president in Taiwan now. She said her party, the Minjin Party, okay, aimed to phase out the nuclear power in Taiwan by 2025. Okay, and want to increase the share of renewable energy generation to 20%, also by this year. Okay. And in 2019, that is this year, the Renewable Energy Development Act was amended and promulgated. And in this act, a goal of 27 gigawatt total renewable energy generation capacity by 2025 was set. Okay, so next I want to introduce the renewable energy law in Taiwan. And before that, I want to introduce the Taiwan Central Competent Authority of Energy. Okay, the Central Competent Authority of Energy in Taiwan is the Bureau of Energy and the Ministry of Economic Affairs. Okay, the Bureau of Energy is abbreviated by BOE, and the Ministry of Economic Affairs is MOEA. Okay, and so here is the Bureau of Energy, the mark like this. Okay, and in the Bureau of Energy, it is responsible for some energy-related matters, such as the establishment of Taiwan's energy policy and the related laws, and prediction planning and the promotion of supply and demand of energy, and the management of energy business, consideration of energy rate, and research development and the popularization of new energy and the renewable energy. New energy such as the fuel cell I talked about, okay, and the promotion of energy conservation measures and so on. Okay, so these measures, okay, the BOE is responsible for these measures. Okay, so about the Bureau of Energy, you can access to its homepage, like this. Sorry, there's no internet. Yeah, okay. And in this homepage, you can see some information, including the policy and the program and the promotion and the information and the services. And information and services like laws and the regulation and energy statistics and the information and the activities and so on. And especially if you want to know the detailed laws and regulations in of energy in Taiwan, and if you want to obtain some statistical data, for example, the energy statistics, energy statistical annual report. If you need the energy data of Taiwan, okay, you can access to this homepage and access to that. You can obtain the many data about the energy, and also the data is published and officially published by the government. Okay. Okay, so in order to carry out these energy-related matters, okay, and so some laws or 5 categories of energy-related laws has been drafted. It includes the Energy Administration Act, and the Petroleum Administration Act, and the Natural Gas Enterprise Act, and the Electricity Act, and the Renewable Energy Development Act. The most important we want to learn today. I will introduce it afterward. Okay. And based on this act, the regulations be promulgated precedent to each of the laws, and then govern the promotion of each energy matters. Okay, Okay, and about and from now I want to introduce the Renewable Energy Development Act. Okay, and the detail of this act you can also download from the laws and the regulations database of the Republic of China. Okay, and here is the address. Okay. Okay, also you can access by yourself, okay, and you can see the detailed articles about this act. Okay. And this law is firstly promulgated on July 8, 2009, and recently it has been amended on May 1st in 2019 in this year. Okay. And this act contains 23 articles. Okay, so next I would like to make an overview of this act. Okay, and this act called the Renewable Energy Development Act. Okay, and 6 categories of regulations are regulated in this act. It's included the regulations on the development target and the regulations on the fundamental fund establishment and regulations on feed-in tariff rate and on the land use requirements and the demonstration grants and the grid connection and the power purchasing applications. Okay, so this law contains these 6 categories, or we can say the 6 aspects of the regulations. Okay, and also an overview. For example, the target, the increase of renewable energy power capacity to 27 gigawatt by 2025. Okay, this is okay. Now this is also mentioned in this act, and the tariff payment durations is 20 years. Okay, and the renewable energy or the target technologies include the solar energy, biomass energy, and geothermal energy, and ocean energy, ocean power, wind power, and hydropower, waste-to energy, but excluding the non-river stream based hydropower, excluding non-river stream based hydropower and the direct incinerating technologies. Okay, these 2 technologies are already existed and used for many years. Okay, and about the power purchase, the mandatory grid connection and the power purchasing obligations is also regulated. And about the tariff setting methods, tariff committee, about 17 to 21 members is consisted of the related ministries and scholars and experts and other groups. And the tariffs are reviewed and adjusted by the committee annually. And the committee decides the tariffs for different renewable energy, different renewables categories. Also, the different renewable energy technology has different tariffs. Okay. And this act also has the grants for thermal utilization, such as the solar water heating or biomass and other renewable and thermal technologies. Okay. And in addition, the financing scheme financed by Renewable Energy Fund with revenues collected from power generators using fossil fuels and nuclear energy. Okay, so to get the money from the fossil fuels and the new nuclear energy generators. And besides, on the government also allocating extra funding from the national budget. Okay, and other funding sources include the petroleum fund and agriculture development funds also contribute to the funds. And others is as supplementary measures, or for example, the capital grant and the demonstration grants. Okay, but the exemptions of import tax, or various licensing and land use requirements. It also has the dispute mediation mechanism. Okay, dispute mediation. Dispute mediation mechanisms. Okay. And about the amendment in this year, okay, and there are some developments in the amended law, amended act, including this. At first, a goal of 27 gigawatt total renewable energy generation capacity by 2025. Okay, it's rule. Okay, and then the goal of among them the goal of 27 gigawatt include the 20 gigawatt of solar power and 5.5 gigawatt of wind power, and the remaining is from the hydroelectricity and biogas. Okay, and then the government will stipulate the implementation plans, okay, and review the way every 2 years to review the plans and revise the plans. Okay. And besides on the simplification, okay, in the amendment, the simplification of the application procedure for renewable energy power generation facilities with a capacity of less than 2 megawatt. So it means if the capacity is very low or less than 2 megawatt, okay, the application procedure can be simplified. Okay. And besides the addition of a mechanism, okay, allowing for renewable energy-based generation enterprise to choose whether to sell their electricity via direct supply or wheeling or wholesale to Taiwan Power Company, TPC. Okay, the Taiwan Power Company is now the national company for the power generation. Okay. And besides, on the requirement for heavy electricity users to build a certain capacity of renewable energy-based generator or storage facilities, or if not, ordinarily you can purchase a certain amount of Taiwan renewable energy certificate. We said the T-rate. I will also introduce that word. Okay, or pay a substitute amount dedicated to renewable energy development. Okay, so there are some measures or some development. We say development in the amendment of this act. Okay. Besides this act, also there are also some development in other amendment. For example, an amendment already drafted regulations on renewable energy power generation facility. Okay, this regulations is called the Renewable Energy Power Generation Facility Installation. Okay, announced also by the MOEA in December 2018. Some key point or some development or such as the establishment of the recycle mechanism of the MPV modules. Okay, so if the PV modules is broken or it cannot be used, okay, how to recycle it? The mechanism is very important. Okay, so maybe after 10 years or after 20 years, the waste PV modules will become a big problem in Taiwan, or no matter in Taiwan, but also in the world. And the others, such as the simplification of the parallel connection review process in specific situation, or the special regulation for the installers who install the generation facility only for self-use. Okay, only for self-use or the specific regulation is for self-use. Okay, so next I would like to talk about some incentives for renewable energy development. It's in the IEDA. The IEDA is the Renewable Energy Development Act. Okay, so in this act, in Renewable Energy Development Act, some incentives, okay, is in this law, in this act, including this feed-in tariff, or we say FIT, or under the Renewable Energy Development Fund, okay, and the demonstration awards and the subsidies, and the tax incentives, and the green finance action plan, and the renewable energy certificate. Okay, so next I will introduce them individually. Okay, so at first, about the mechanism of the feed-in tariffs. Okay, the feed-in tariff (FIT) is the core strategy of the Renewable Energy Development Act. Okay, and a committee is formed to decide the calculation formula and the feed-in tariffs the tariffs rate. Okay. And the tariffs and formula should be reviewed annually. Okay, and referring to technical advancement, okay, the cost variation and the goal achievement status, okay, and so on. Okay. And especially the tariffs should not be lower than the average cost for the traditional fossil fire power or the domestic power utilities. Okay. So these tariffs should not be lower than the average cost for the fossil fuel fire power. And currently, only the solar PV tariff rates are set on the date, or be set on the date when generating equipment installations are complete. So when the equipment of the solar PV is installed, okay, it can get it's suitable for the tariff rates. Okay. For other technologies, or such as the wind power or other technologies, the tariff rates set on the power purchase agreement, or PPA, sign date. Okay, also the date is somewhat different. Okay. And here, what is power purchase agreement, PPA? Okay, PPA is here. The power purchase agreement, or PPA, or electricity power agreement, or called electricity power agreement. In fact, it is a contract. Okay, contract. It is a contract. Okay, between two parties. The one is the generates the electricity. This is the seller. And the other one is looking to purchase electricity, the buyer. Okay, so the power purchase agreement, is a contract. Okay, after the contract is signed, okay, the tariff rate can be used. Okay, and the tariff applies for 20 years. Okay, so the PPA, or the power purchase agreement, very important credit, okay, for banks. Okay, if you want to take some loan or somewhat, okay, to provide project financing. Okay, and the others, the Bureau of Energy announced PV capacity quota, or PV capacity quota every year. Okay, if the PV systems is larger than 50 kilowatt, they are subject to the binding procedure. Binding procedure to decide the tariffs. Okay, and the developers proposing higher discount rate can receive the priority to get a quota. Okay, so this is also a special regulation, special rule. And the installed capacity of PV systems has been increased by more than 60 times in 5 years after the implementation of the FIT. Okay. I think most of you already know the FIT system. The FIT system is originated from Germany, but now they've somewhat modified. Okay, for example, the binding procedure, okay, is somewhat some more modified methods. Okay. Okay, so the detailed data about the tariff. Okay, I talked about the bidding tariff is need to be revised or checked annually. So in the 2019, the data of the tariffs of renewable energy you can see here. And in this table is except for solar PV, okay, like wind, hydropower, and geothermal, biomass, and so on. Okay, so you can see this data. This data you can compare. You can see this data, the kilowatt hour per new Taiwan dollars, like here. And recently, the exchange rate about the US dollars to the new Taiwan dollars is about 30. Okay? So you can compare this tariff. You can compare these tariffs maybe with your country or other countries. They also in this table it shows the bidding tariffs of the solar PV. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay, so about the detail explanation of this data, you can also see from the whole homepage of the Bureau of Energy. Where, for example, maybe from the promotion. Okay. Energy statics. Okay, I forget where to access the renewable energy. Regulations and okay. So like here, I've talked about the detail of the renewable energy development act, right? Okay, so you can access it from this homepage. You can see the detail or articles, the detail of each articles. Okay. So where is the service? Okay, renewable you can see the feed-in table of renewable energy, or for example like this. Okay. Okay, and some explanation. Oh, okay, you can see here. Okay. Okay, also like this. Okay, so next, another incentives is the renewable energy and renewable energy development fund. Okay, and for this fund, or the budget source from the power utilities and operators of self-usage power generation equipment reach a certain level of capacity should pay according to the non-renewable energy portion, or according to the non-renewable energy portion in one's total power generation. Okay, so and a certain amount annually to the fund. Okay. And so where to use this fund? The usage, the subsidies to renewable electricity price, renewable energy equipment, and renewable energy demonstration, and the promotion of some applications. And of course, the income based on expected expense to balance the revenue and the expenditure. Okay, so this graph shows the image or the mechanism of this mechanism. For example, the power users, okay, they get the electricity from Taiwan Power, as I said, the TPC, the national company of the power generation in Taiwan. Okay, so they need to add the funds. Okay, and the Taiwan Power can pay the payment for the funds, or some, for example, IPPs, independent power procedures also need to pay funds, or the install of self-usage power generation equipment, or reach a certain level of capacity, also needs to pay the contribute. Is not pay, need to contribute to the fund. Okay, and the fund is can use for the subsidies to renewable energy price, because the renewable energy price will be cheaper. Okay, so subsidies to renewable energy price, or to the expense of purchasing renewable energy equipment. Okay, and use this equipment to renewable energy generation equipment to produce electricity, and the electricity and the internet is sold to Taiwan Power. So it is that mechanism. And another incentives called the demonstration awards and subsidies. The government provide cash incentives or subsidies for the establishment of specific types of renewable energy-based generation facilities. For example, the regulations on the promotion of offshore wind power demonstration, okay, in 2012, okay, were implemented by the MOEA. It provides incentives to demonstration of offshore wind turbine generators up to 50% of the total install cost of the turbines. Okay, so the subsidies, okay, can be higher to about 50% of the total install cost. And in addition, the MOE also implementing the regulations on promotion of building integrated solar PV power generation demonstration. That is the solar PV is being integrated in the building. Okay. And for this, meet the relevant criteria and award up to New Taiwan dollars that 50,000 per kilowatt power can be offered. Okay. So this is also the demonstration awards and subsidies. Okay. Now, and another incentives is tax incentives. Now, for example, when retaining a foreign advisor in providing planning and design service prior to the establishment of the generator facilities. Okay, the power generation entity may apply to the BOE for special approval to exempt the foreign advisor from paying income tax. Okay, so if we retain some foreign advisors, but not just for the establishment of generator facility or just for planning and design service. Okay, his or their pay can be they don't need to pay the income tax, or the income tax can be reduced. Okay, and other measures is the importation. Okay, the importation of a power generation facility. We want to import some facilities from abroad. If the imported equipment not manufactured in Taiwan, it can be exempted from the custom tariffs. Okay, so this is also the tax incentives. Okay, and if Taiwan does manufacture such equipment, the customer tariff also can be paid in installment. Okay, so there's some there are also some incentives in tax. And besides, it also has a Green Finance Action Plan. What is Green Finance Action Plan? Government implemented several measures encourage financial institutions to extend credit and invest in the green energy industry. For example, the Financial Supervisory Commission, or is an FSC of Taiwan, has lifted the restrictions on the annual revenue of the customer. Okay, to which Taiwan branch, it has a Taiwan branch of a foreign bank extending credit. When such credit is extended for the installation of renewable energy facilities. Okay, and the FSC also allow the Taiwan branches of foreign banks to issue financial bond, okay, to raise funds for financing the green energy industry. Okay, and in addition, the insurance industry has also been able to invest in the renewable energy industry since 2017, subject to special approval from the FSC. Okay, and finally, the next incentives is about the renewable energy certificate, renewable energy certificate. And the National Renewable Energy Certification Center was established in 2017 to formulate and implement regulations related to Taiwan Renewable Energy Certificate, or Taiwan Renewable Energy Certificate, called the T-REC mechanism, and verification standards and tracking systems. Okay, and you can access the homepage here, or the TRC here. Okay, this is the homepage of National Renewable Energy and Certification Center. Okay, so for example, until now, the certification of here, 71,000 here, the 71,000 certificate has been given. Okay, so after the renewable energy generation equipment and the production amount being verified, okay, the T rate is the proof for renewable energy usage and the environmental benefit. Okay. Okay, so the above are all the incentives for the development or development of the renewable energy, and it is ruled in the Act. Okay, so next I want to introduce about the renewable energy projects now implemented in Taiwan, and the main two big projects. The first is the million solar rooftop PV projects, and the second one called the Southern Wind Turbine project. So about the first, okay, about the million solar rooftop PV project, okay. I'll talk about this project is initiated in 2012. All right. So in 2012, okay, the goal of this project is about 6,200 megawatt. It need to be developed by 2030. Okay, but now I talk about because the amended law, amended act, Taiwan has renewed the goal of the renewable energy. Taiwan wants to increase the installed capacity percentage of renewable energy to the installed capacity of renewable energy to 27 gigawatt by 2025, right? Okay, so the goal is also needed to be modified. So the newest data, the newest goal should be 20 gigawatt. Okay? And among them, the rooftop about 3 giga, and the ground type about 17 gigawatt. Okay? And so the implement the strategy of the gradual expansion, and in incentivizing the rooftops and prior to the ground installations. So, for example, the building will be installed with PV panels through the incentives of FITs and so on. And here is all the data. You can see the annual install quota will be increased gradually, and the accumulated installed capacity. Okay, but the goal will be the 20 gigawatt. Okay, so some measures are used, encouraging the participation from local government, but not only from central government, but also they can get some grant from the local government. For example, now the Kaohsiung City already carry out these measures. Okay, and and here shows the establish another mechanism. Okay, PVESCO mechanism. So what is PVESCO? The PV is for the photovoltaic, and ESCO is energy service company. Okay, you said so this is company. PVESCO is company, or its company is set it. Okay, and it can get the finance from the bank. Okay, and it's rent roofs from the general residential roof systems. The rent price to set the PV, the solar energy, the PV, and the electricity is can sold to the Taiwan Power Company, and it can get the income, and this income it can reimburse the loan and the interest and the rent fee for the residential so these systems. Okay. And another project is called the Southern Wind Turbine Project. Okay, and the wind power generation target about 4,200 megawatt developed. And among them, onshore is about 1,200 megawatt, and offshore is 3,000 megawatt. Okay, and about the accumulated installed capacity is we expect it to increase. Okay, in this project. Okay, and so some strategies when we want to implement the wind turbines, the developed onshore prior to offshore wind farms. Okay, and for the onshore, the development areas with higher power generating potential, okay, prior to 2015, and then develop areas with less potential thereafter. Okay. And for offshore, developing among the shallow areas prior to 2020, and then develop in deep water over offshore areas. Okay, so it's implemented stage by stage. Okay, so now already have some offshore wind power demonstration progress in Taiwan. In the ocean, the demonstration wind farms, okay, in the ocean of 5-meter isobase or deeper, okay, with total capacity about 100 megawatt, but now it exceeded 200 megawatt. So now already 3 project is implemented. The 2 is from the Changhua country, or a company called the Fuhai, and the TPC Taiwan Power Company in Changhua, and one company in Formosa, also in the Miaoli. Okay, so in the two places, the wind power, or the wind power potential is very high. So, for example, now in winter, in the two countries, the wind is very fast, very strong. Okay, so the above is today's lecture. Also, finally, I want to have some review of today's lecture. Okay, so in the above lecture, I will talk about. I think you already know something about Taiwan. Okay, and the renewable energy in Taiwan, including the installed capacity and the electricity generation of renewable energy nowadays. Okay, and the history of the renewable energy policy in Taiwan. Okay, and you also already have an overview of the Renewable Energy Development Act, or REDA. Okay, and I think you already know some incentives in Taiwan, in this act. For the renewable energy, or for example, feed-in tariffs, okay, and the Renewable Energy Development Fund, and the demonstration award and the subsidies, and tax incentives, and here Green Finance Action Plan, and the Renewable Energy Certificate. Okay, and finally, we have introduced the 2 projects, medium solar rooftop PV projects, Southern Wind Turbine Project. Okay, so this is the content of today's lecture. Okay, so here are some reference being cited, or if you have interest, you can invest for more detail. Okay, so finally, this is the Taipei city landscape. Okay, and here is the Taipei 101. And nowadays, the Taipei 101, maybe now is the third tallest buildings in the world. Okay, so in the good weathers, you can see here. This is the view of Taiwan, Taipei city. Okay, so finally, welcome to Taiwan, and welcome to Taipei, and welcome to Taipei Tech. Okay, so thank you for your attention. Okay.